Welcome back to the Breakfast Show 2. We're here with the new Stoddard County Prosecutor Sawyer Smith. Good morning, Sawyer. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. I'm doing really well.
Perfect. I am great. So you are the newly elected prosecutor. So start by telling us just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I grew up in Stoddard County, Missouri. I went to college in Florida, got a master's degree in Texas, went to law school in Mississippi, and came home. Married my wife. She's from Poplar Bluff. Really glad to be home. I've practiced criminal law at the Mayor Law Office in Dexter for a couple years, and getting ready for January 1st to take over as a new prosecutor.
Most definitely. And so what are you looking forward to most when you're sworn in January to be the prosecutor in Stoddard County?
Sure. I've always been really passionate about criminal law. Stoddard County is ready for a trial lawyer as the prosecutor that will take cases to a jury often and consistently, that will work well with law enforcement and be full-time at that position. So I went out, Atlanta, and campaigned on the last three words of our Pledge of Allegiance, which is, "We are one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all." That was my slogan, and so on January 1st, I look forward to, in every case, pursuing justice for all.
And so then last week, Missouri voted to legalize marijuana in the state. How does this change things in your office?
It's going to change a lot of things, and I think a lot of the ramifications are yet to be determined in the court system. The people have certainly spoken. I know the Missouri Association of Prosecuting Attorneys took a strong position against this issue. But again, the people have spoken. It's going to change things from how traffic stops are conducted and beyond. So a lot of it's to be determined. I don't really have too much to say about it in detail yet, because those are waters that are still being navigated by law enforcement as well as all prosecutors.
And I'm sure that since this is so new, this law just passed, this is something that you all have to, I guess, join together to talk about, because I'm assuming that there needs to be a general consensus on how one, reprimands people for it, or just how that law works.
Correct. I assume that it won't be prosecuted, but I do think some meetings would be helpful. I know it was passed as an amendment to the Missouri Constitution, so it will be legalized. The people have been heard on this issue.
And then do you maybe know, what might be the hardest part about the change in this marijuana status?
To me, the first thing that comes to mind is that, when law enforcement conducts a valid traffic stop and the odor of marijuana can be a factual basis for a legal search, oftentimes those searches will lead to the discovery of other harder drugs. That may no longer be a tool to get to the harder drugs and get those off the streets. So I think that's going to be an issue, but again, we'll see how the courts take care of the problem.
And so then going back to becoming the new prosecuting attorney in January, do you have anything that you're really going to kind of hone in on right when you get into business?
Well, I have great people coming to join me in the office. Leanne Ryan is going to be first assistant prosecutor. She's got a lot of good prosecutor experience. We've got a big drug issue that needs to be addressed, and really it seems since the COVID days, I don't know what caused it, but a lot more violent crime in Stoddard County, and so we're going to hit that hard. Like I say, we're going to be ready to go to trial on a case if that needs to be. We're certainly going to set a precedent. You may get away with things in other counties, but you come to Stoddard County and create a victim, and you're going to be held accountable to the law.
And I could imagine that you're looking forward to this new challenge, this new experience, adventure for you to be the new prosecuting attorney for Stoddard County.
I really am. I think it's a perfect fit for me. I'm so humbled and honored by the people that elected me. It was a resounding victory. We took on a 12-year incumbent prosecutor and won 10 out of 11 voting precincts with 68% of the vote. It was a great campaign, a lot of grassroots support. Again, I'm very humbled and honored and thankful to the people of Stoddard County, and I look forward to serving them here in just a month and a half.
Yeah, that is coming up super soon. Well, Sawyer, thank you so much for joining us on The Breakfast Show 2 and talking a little bit about becoming the new prosecuting attorney and the new marijuana law that just was passed. We will be right back in just a little bit.